Thank you for joining me at Pink's Jewelry along with my friends at All Free Beaded Jewelry. Today I will be showing you how to make this gorgeous bracelet. It features press wire chain, a snap clasp, and these beautiful little hematite beads. So stay tuned and we'll get started. So what you'll need are two 7-inch lengths of press wire chain, two large 8mm heavy gouge jump rings. I would recommend opening them before you start your project. A snap clasp with attached jump rings or a different clasp of your choice. Just make sure that it has jump rings attached or you have some extras. Of these 6mm hematite heart beads drilled from top to bottom, 2 crimp beads, 2 wire guards, and some beading wire. So your first step, you're going to thread on one of your wire guards. Next, you're going to close your wire guard just a tad. So take a pair of your chain nose pliers and just slightly press it down a little bit. Now we're going to thread on one of our crimp beads. Thread the tail of the wire through the crimp bead as well. And we're ready to crimp. Place the crimp bead in the back channel of your crimping pliers, the crescent shape, and crimp down. And now you're left with a nice crescent shape. Turn your crimp bead over so the smooth side is facing towards you. Place that in the front of the crimping pliers, the front channel, and crimp down. And you're left with a nice crimp. Give it a little bit of a tug, make sure it's on there securely. And now we're going to thread on all of our heart beads. I'm going to go ahead and thread all of these on, and we'll be right back. Okay, now that we have threaded on all of our hearts, we're going to attach the other wire guard as well. So first thread on your crimp bead, then thread on your other wire guard, and then you will thread your crimp bead over both wires. Thread on a couple of your hearts. And just guide that wire down a bit. At this point, you can close your wire guard just a tad, as we did with the other one. And then pull the wire down to make sure that you have everything close together. Go ahead and snip that excess wire. And there'll be enough, there's still enough room so that you can move a couple of your beads down and it'll go over that very snipped edge of your wire. So go ahead and do that. And move your beads down just a little bit to cover that end you just cut off. And we'll go ahead and crimp this bead. So put it in the back channels of your crimping pliers. Get a good crimp, not too hard because you don't want to break the crimp bead. And then you'll turn it around and you will put it in the front channel and crimp down. And you have a nice crimp. Now that we have completed that step, it's time to put our bracelet together. So grab one of your jump rings and you're going to thread on one of your chains, then your hearts through the wire guard, and then your other chain. And that's why I used a heavy-duty jump ring, because it's going to be holding 3 links on each side. So we have our chain. So now that we have our chain on, we will thread on that wire guard. It's holding our hearts. And then we will thread on our other chain and attach our clasp. Once you have all 3 threaded on, then you will thread on your clasp with the jump ring, and we will close our jump ring. Once you've closed your jump ring, you are halfway done. We will attach the other clasp with the same technique. So grab your jump ring, thread on your first chain, then your hearts, and then your third chain. And then your clasp. Close your jump ring and you'll be finished. And you have a beautiful new bracelet. The great thing about this bracelet is you can make it shorter, you can make it longer, whatever you prefer. You can change out the clasp, you can change out the beads. This is a great technique. Thank you again for joining me at Pink's Jewelry along with my friends at All Free Beaded Jewelry. We look forward to seeing you again and wish you happy creating.